May the 10th, 2010. How? Maybe this time we should be saying, or I should be saying, who? Got on my appropriate tie. Yesterday was Mother's Day. To all mothers everywhere, I hope that you were surrounded by your families and they were telling you how much they love and appreciate you, and you got everything that all of you deserve. And to you mothers on Wall Street that brought down the stock market last week on May the 6th, I hope that you get everything that you deserve as well. I think this is the third time, isn't it? 3? In a blog on my MySpace page, there is an auto link that plays 3 videos consecutively. They automatically start the next one so that you get the story of why Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers were brought down by naked short selling. And we never found the culprit. And maybe 3 is the charm. Maybe greed will be their undoing. I'd like to know if it has any relationship to 1987, October the 19th, my birthday. You think it was an accident? You think it was the software? You think it was the machines? I post a status on my MySpace page, and it's kind of like a Twitter, but MySpace allows me to put a hyperlink at the end of it, and those hyperlinks go to sometimes a video. Yesterday, every hour, I linked it to a different video, which was a video of poems and music celebrating mothers on Mother's Day. Thought it was appropriate. I changed it every hour. So, and of course you can go back and see the previous statuses and see all the Mother's Day poems and tributes that I did post. This morning I changed it to the scene in the movie Airplane where the stewardess comes on and says, those bumps you're hearing are just asteroids hitting the fuselage, and don't panic. And and of course, when she announces that they're out of coffee, everybody goes crazy. I will continue to post interesting little links there, and I'll try to do it more often. I'm thinking the next one might be Slim Pickens riding the bomb into the ground in the movie Dr. Strangelove. And last week, when I said it wasn't the machines, I posted a link to one of the Terminator movies that, the rise of the machines. But I don't believe it was the machines. You know, I told you last time that somebody had hacked into my webcam, but now it was okay because what I was having to do was unplug my webcam because it was in use by another program, and there was no other program I knew of running. I spent 20 years with the IBM Corporation. I know a little bit about this stuff. And matter of fact, I can tell when my computer's running other programs. I can literally hear them running, and I can tell when it's running slow. This is a quad 4 AMD processor. It screams, and if it gets slowed down, it's running something big. But you know how magicians will keep your attention over here so you won't be looking on what's going on over here? That's kind of what I'm talking about. And for those people in my webcam that are now smart enough to not let me find them so easily, hi! Enjoy the show. I wish you'd go watch it on YouTube so my numbers would go up. But at any rate, what caused the problem, the crash, the last time? Was it the bad subprime mortgages? Yes, but no. People went out and got these mortgages, and I've talked about this before, and I'm going to do it a little bit again because you need to understand the past so you can understand the future. But these subprime mortgages, in July of 2003, the prime rate was 4%. Until June of 2004. And people went out and got these mortgages like crazy, and people who wrote mortgages, myself included, tied them to the prime rate. And because the prime rate is a pretty good indication of where the real marketplace is. But the Fed raised the prime rate month after month after month after month until by August of 2007, the prime rate was 8.25%. 4% to 8.25%. Now, I'm not an economist. I have won awards for financial work when I was with the IBM Corporation, but basically it's just common sense, and I do understand common sense. I don't always follow it because there's trends in the market, the psychological factors that I talk about, and Peter Schiff has an interesting video on. He was talking to people about the real estate market in the bank. Well, you don't understand the real estate market, they're telling me, and he is an economist and he understands finance, but sometimes emotional things go beyond that. But at any rate, 4% to 8.25% in August of 2007. Now, in the midst of the crash, in January of 2009, they dropped the prime rate to 3.25%. 3.25%. I did some research to find out how far back in history you have to go to find a prime rate of 3.25%. You have to go back to September of 1955. Wow. I've got a link that I post in the same blog that'll take you to the Fed rates. It's just a digital chart put out by the Fed on what their rates are back in history, and you can check this out. Now, in addition to that, another thing I talked about, and this is in addition to the Bear Stearns thing and the Lehman Brothers thing, oil prices. Oil prices of $4 and $5 a gallon is what led to that crash as well. People could not sustain their mortgages and they couldn't put gas in their cars. Now, in January of 2002, light crude was under $30 a barrel. And then it went up and up and up and up and up and up and up, with a slight pullback in January of 2007 to where crude prices peaked in the summer of 2008 at around $150 a barrel. It does not take a degree in economics to understand why people couldn't pay for things. They had a pipe in their arm, they were being bled to death. Can you hear me now? And I wonder if that guy at AIG who couldn't work under the salary caps is still there, or did he have to leave the job? I'll have to check that out. Jesse Ventura, one of my MySpace friends, maybe you want to look into that for all of us. I worry about Jesse. I worry about Ron Paul. And I worry about our president. Because these are people who are challenging the system. And I've been one of those people myself. I pray for them, all of them, and their safety. But remember, there is only one rule in the stock market. The market will do whatever it has to do to prove the most people wrong. What's the market telling you to do right now? Go make some money. And now, back to you.